Good morning, fellow Christian brothers and sisters. Your fellow Christian brother brings to you another encouraging message titled, The Five Stones of David. In the background, the beautiful sceneries of Guyana's wonderful promenade gardens can be enjoyed. The first message that the brother preached in his quest to spread the gospel around the world clearly identified and explained why every Christian should view this earth as a grain of sand. The main purpose of that message was to encourage Christians to focus upon what lies beyond this earth, or to encourage Christians to focus upon the billions of years that our eternal souls will live for in the presence of the living God Jehovah. Instead of the 80 or 70 or even 50 years that our physical flesh will live upon this miserable place that we call earth. A written copy of the first message can be sent free of charge to the email address of any Christian brother or sister upon request. Remember, Christian brothers and sisters, what you do for the Lord is what will count for an eternity. However, as Christians, we may encounter stumbling blocks or mountains that can affect us from fulfilling God's purpose for our lives. Let us look at what can affect many Christians from fulfilling God's purpose for their lives. You have your desire to fulfill God's purpose for your life. What you want to do for Him. You go all out to please Him. But still, because of stumbling blocks or mountains in your way, you're affected from successfully fulfilling God's purpose for your lives. The purpose of this message is to identify a specific weapon that can be used to move those mountains out of your way, in order for you to successfully do what God wants you to do. Brothers and sisters, it is important to observe that as Christians, when your main focus is to spend an eternity in heaven with the King of Kings, you find yourself in a position where you're always trying your best to please God, instead of the selfish and evil men that live in this wicked world that we don't belong in. Your main focus as a Christian will be to live in accordance with the principles and expectations of Christ and in obedience to the commandments of God. You tend to lose your worldly ambitions and you focus upon what God wants you to do, knowing that your reward will be eternal and not temporary. However, as I have pointed out before, when your main focus is to carry out God's will for your life in this ungodly world that we're living in, you may come up against Goliath. Goliath refers to the many giants that may stand in your way and block you from doing what God wants you to do. These giants can present themselves in a variety of forms. Some of these forms include criticisms from ungodly men, threat and physical force from the heathens or men that serve other gods, pride, fear, and a lack of godly esteem. In another sermon, I will explain exactly what godly esteem means. However, as Christians, although we will be confronted with these stumbling blocks, will or may, in our quest to fulfill God's purpose for our lives, we have no reason to fear. Because just like our brother David, all we have to do is pick up 5 stones to destroy the Goliaths that are standing in our way. I will take a short break, and then we'll move into the next segment of this sermon, in which I'll explain with evidence, biblical evidence, that our brother David knew Jesus and had used his power to do great and miraculous things. Thank you very much.